Look, if you're about to sign a loan on a modern crossover without checking the market day supply first, you're not buying a vehicle. You're volunteering to finance a dealership's interest payment. And trust me, those guys on the showroom floor, they're counting on you being completely, totally clueless. Right now, average transaction prices are still sitting near $48,000. People are taking on 84-month loans just to afford a glorified mall crawler that's going to drop 40% of its value before the new car smell even fades. The system is rigged to trap you in an endless cycle of negative equity. But here's the kicker. The market is cracking. Inventory is piling up, floor plan interest is eating dealers alive. And if you know where the landmines are, you can walk out of this disaster as a survivor instead of a victim. Let's dive into the 10 SUV models owners are absolutely regretting right now, backed by Consumer Report satisfaction scores, NHTSA complaint data, and real-world auction drops. Number 10. Ford Explorer 2020 through 2023. Let's start with an American staple. On paper, the Explorer looks like the ultimate suburban family hauler. In reality, it's a rolling hazard of software glitches and build quality nightmares. Market day supply on these is hovering around 78 days. Dealers are practically begging people to take them off the lot. Consumer Reports tanked its reliability score down into the bottom 15% of the entire industry. Why? Transmission shuddering at 30,000 miles, infotainment screens that freeze faster than a Michigan winter, and trim pieces that fall off if you look at them too hard. People buy these for the blue oval badge, thinking it's a safe choice for the family trip to Yellowstone. Instead, they end up sitting in a dealership waiting room drinking stale drip coffee while a tech reflashes the ECU for the fourth time this year. If you bought one of these at peak market pricing, you're already $6,000 underwater. Number 9. Jeep Grand Cherokee L 3-row. Jeep decided to stretch the Grand Cherokee, slap a third row in it, and charge luxury money for it. And guess what? People took the bait. Now, owners are paying north of $55,000 for a rig that has electrical gremlins straight out of a horror movie. NHTSA complaints are flooded with reports of power steering randomly dropping out, air suspension collapsing, and full digital dash blackouts while cruising at 70 miles per hour on the interstate. The market is completely upside down on these. Inventory is rotting on lots at an 85-day supply. Dealers are quietly stack discounting them, but the depreciation curve looks like a drop on a wooden roller coaster. You buy this new and you hate money, plain and simple. Number 8. Hyundai Palisade, Kia Telluride early V6 direct injection models. Most people get this wrong. They think because these won every Automotive Journalist Award in 2021, they're bulletproof. Yeah, YouTubers love this car. You know who else loved hype without longevity? Enron. Look at the ownership data after 60,000 miles. These GDI engines are experiencing severe carbon buildup on the intake valves and alarming oil consumption rates. Roughly 5 to 8% of owners are reporting needing full engine top-offs between standard oil change intervals. Add in the recall sagas over trailer hitch wiring harnesses catching fire in driveways, and the honeymoon phase is officially over. Owners who paid $5,000 market adjustments during the frenzy are now realizing they funded the dealer's Florida beach house while holding an asset that's dropping like a stone. Drop a comment right now with the exact SUV you're currently shopping for. I will personally reply and tell you if you're walking into a trap. Number 7. Nissan Pathfinder 2022 through 2024. Nissan bragged about ditching the terrible CVT for a real 9-speed automatic, but forgot to tune the software to match a $45,000 sticker price. Consumer Reports satisfaction scores sit near the bottom of the mid-sized 3-row class. Drivers report constant shift hunting, violent 2 to 3rd gear engagement, and engine shutoff software bugs that turn simple highway merging into a high-stress gamble. Here's the hidden money pit: fleet dumping. Nissan offloads massive volumes of these into rental fleets. When tens of thousands of abused ex-rentals flood wholesale auctions every single year, your personal resale value drops like a lead weight. Try trading one in after 3 years. The dealer will offer you insultingly low money while staring at you with a blank face. Number 6. Volkswagen Taos. If you want a compact SUV that spends more time on a flatbed tow truck than in your driveway, the Volkswagen Taos is calling your name. This thing was rushed to market to capture the subcompact crossover craze, and it shows. Head gasket failures under 40,000 miles? Check. Blown turbochargers? Check. A dual clutch transmission in early models that jerks so violently in stop-and-go LA traffic, you'll think you got rear-ended? Double check. Consumer Reports mark this as one of the least reliable new cars you can buy. The average transaction price sat around $30,000, but used units are sitting on independent car lots unsold for 90-plus days. It's a mechanical paperweight. Number 5. Land Rover Discovery Sport. The budget status symbol. The vehicle bought by people who want the green oval badge to flex at the HOA meetings, but can't afford a full-size Range Rover. This is where people get wiped out financially. The Discovery Sport's 5-year cost of ownership is an absolute horror story. Brakes that wear out in 20,000 miles, cooling system plastics that crack if the weather drops below freezing, and electrical modules that cost $1,200 a pop to replace. Depreciation? It loses over 50% of its original MSRP in the first 36 months. Buying one new is financially reckless. Buying one out of warranty is a fast track to personal bankruptcy. Number 4. Chevrolet Traverse 2020 to 2023. It holds a ton of Costco groceries, but under the hood, it's a financial landmine. The 3.6-liter V6 paired with GM's 9-speed transmission is notorious for valve body failures, torque converter shudder, and sudden shift-to-park electrical errors that prevent you from turning the car off. Repair bills hit $3,500 to $5,000 the moment your warranty expires, while trade-in value drops like a brick. Dealers hate taking these back because reconditioning costs eat up all their margin. They'll lowball your trade-in offer, hand you a tissue, and try to roll your negative equity straight into a brand new loan. Don't play their game. Number 3. Dodge Durango. The Durango is an ancient platform that Dodge has been warm over refreshing since the Obama administration. They stuffed V8s in them, gave them aggressive exhaust notes, and sold them to people who finance vibes, not vehicles. Now, in 2026, owners are stuck with atrocious fuel economy, dated interiors, and severe rust issues along the rocker panels and tailgate seams if you live anywhere near salt. Market day supply is floating north of 90 days. The fake demand created by low interest rates years ago has completely evaporated, leaving owners with high monthly payments on a 15-year-old chassis that handles like a freight train. Number 2. Mitsubishi Outlander Non-PHV. On paper, that 10-year warranty sounds like the ultimate safety net. In reality, it's marketing bait to disguise a miserable driving experience. The non-hybrid Outlander relies on a sluggish CVT transmission that feels like it's slipping through a bowl of lukewarm oatmeal every time you attempt a simple highway merge. Combine that with cheap, squeaky plastic interior trim, and you're paying modern money for 2010-era engineering. Here's the real trap: resale value. Outside of deep subprime buy here, pay there lots, the used market for Mitsubishis is practically dead. When you go to sell or trade it in 3 years down the line, you'll realize you're trapped underwater until the very last loan payment. Number 1. Chevrolet Blazer. Gas engine models. And the number 1 most regretted used SUV on our list, the Chevrolet Blazer. GM took a legendary, rugged off-road nameplate and resurrected it as a front-wheel drive biased, overpriced crossover that looks like a Camaro on stilts. The styling tricked a lot of people into signing $45,000 contracts. The reality? Consumer Reports' owner satisfaction scores are in the gutter. Interior ergonomics are a disaster. Rear visibility is non-existent, and the shift-by-wire shifting systems have left owners stranded in parking lots waiting for tow trucks. It loses value faster than a crypto scam. You sign the paperwork and boom, you're thousands underwater. Dealers are sitting on mountains of these, and the used market is completely rejecting them. A total trap from day one. Now, take a breath. It's not all doom and gloom. Here's the bottom line. The car market is designed to drain your bank account through clever marketing, fake urgency, and emotional manipulation. Dealers want you focused on the monthly payment, not the total cost of ownership, the interest rates, or the brutal depreciation hitting the lot behind them. Don't play their game. Be patient. Look at the day supply. Check the real reliability data. Buy the asset, not the hype. If you want to protect your wallet and stay 3 steps ahead of the dealerships, hit that subscribe button right now. We don't take dealer sponsorships and we never will. Tell me in the comments below, which SUV are you considering right now, or which one you deeply regret buying? Let's talk numbers down there. Stay smart out there, and I'll see you in the next expose.